And we're back again. And this time we are carrying on with our journey through SEMA's Battle of the Builders. And we got to the truck off road. Wait, no truck, off-road.
Truck, off-road.
So we've got, first up is Jeremy Miranda's Chevrolet Apache, which took a little bit of hunting. So it's not it's nice. This.
Oh, right. Ooh.
So finally found it. Thanks to Andy, on his website. He got revealed at the show, so there weren't that many pictures of it beforehand. Right. This seems to have gone live. So let's, I'm hoping this is the same car. The color looks correct, and all of the work seems right. So
that is
the cleanest workshop I've ever seen.
Yeah,
they don't work in there, do they?
They got it.
I think there is a picture of them working in there. That is significantly better than my kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. They start off with this is their render. Lovely.
Yeah.
And then they've done this to it.
Yeah.
That's a nice truck bed.
There's a nice truck bed. They've put one of them in it. This is one of the things that I took away from previous SEMAs, everyone that I've been to, is that the wire-tucked V8 is a whole artwork in and of itself there. Like, you see these smooth engine bays, but sometimes they're almost like even more than some of the VW type things. I know some of the VW guys and some of the even like the Honda Civic guys go like all out on their tuck and there's almost nothing there. But not so much because there's some wires here and you can see some bits, but there was some there that just didn't appear to be
just floating in an engine bay.
They just floated in an engine bay, and you're like, oh, it's just because they haven't finished it or whatever. And then you'd see them start it up and drive it off. You're like, I don't understand how that's even working. But lovely engines. More truck bed. A bit more.
Look at those. So strange how without the windows, it looks like that cockpit is back to front.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. You know, sort of reverse rake type nonsense.
Yeah.
All of the custom bits.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how much of it is kind of off the shelf rather than custom.
Well, what I'm wondering as well, again, this is one of those things that not knowing cars, certain vehicles that deeply, again, it's American cars stuff, like how much has been done to this. I remember watching a Finding Fast episode, the Rad Rides by Troy show that's on Amazon. And they'd taken, I forgot what the car was, but they were redoing how all of the detailing worked down the side, all of the metal sculpture down the side. They were changing its angles and it's how it flowed, and then they did a couple of bits at the back where they added some bits in and took a couple of bits out the front. And I was like, I've never seen one of them before. And if you'd have shown me that completely modified with these hours and hours and hours of work you put in to do this and a stock one, like I wouldn't have been able to tell you what you'd done. And that I think is like one of those things that you sort of enjoy, I think, Simon, like spotting what people have done. Whereas
you hate me for that scene, but don't you?
I do.
Hate it because I'd stop and I'd go, "Oh, look at this," and you'd be like, "We've got 7,000 cars to look at."
Yeah, but it'd be like stop for half an hour to find out every single detail on a fairly all right looking 57 Bel Air. Like it's all right looking. So I'm like in the overall picture, but I do sometimes. Even I sometimes stop and think, I wonder how much has gone into this. Like I don't have a Chevy Apache on my drive. I have no idea like whether these have been subtly widened or what's been smoothed. If anything, it could just be painted really nice. So I think that's one of the things. Again, as we were saying, that some of this stuff being off the shelf probably makes life a little bit easier. But then you also don't know how much it takes to fit as well. You know, like there's a lot of stuff that's available. But
they're not kit cars, and they are usually an original body and things like that. But you do, it could be an Art Morrison chassis and a Mustang 2 front clip and things like that. But that's not to take anything away from it. I think it's brilliant that there's a market around these things, and you can put wonderful things together with lots of ideas. There's different shades of that color there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, I really like that. Actually.
I like that. I like
the fact it's shiny and slightly satin, but a grey versus a green. That's really nice. I mean, I also like the fact that it has coloured indicators.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will just, take all of the colour out of all of the lights as much as they can and just have red lights at the back, white lights at the front. But actually, sometimes a bit of a contrasting colour helps.
And it hasn't got projector headlights, which was
which does help.
Another thing.
The vintage air, nice bit of working aircon. It's always handy. Oh, comfy.
Oh, look at that sofa.
Yeah, I assume that steering wheel matches the finished wheels. I haven't seen enough pictures of the finished wheel, but they look similar to the ones that were in the rendering.
Look, there we go. That's the carpet we would have wanted on our 1930 Model A.
I think, it is exactly what I was thinking of. The doors on those are, I think, just a pressed steel door normally.
Okay.
I don't think they even have door cards on them at all. So
nice.
Miranda built. Nice.
Ooh, they're like deep dish Halibran by the looks of them.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's that sort of variations on that design is what you get in the best hot rods. That's an unusual mirror choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Baby turbo.
It's stuff like that I wouldn't necessarily. Yeah. But engine bay is ludicrous.
It's like extra seats, isn't it? So you can sit inside.
So just take the engine out and you've got like a picnic area. Ooh.
That's under the bonnet.
Under the bonnet, yeah.
Wow, that is pressed.
Under the hood, actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
That looks like a render, isn't it?
That is wiring.
Look
how neat that is, though. Look at that.
God, did you see that, Jason? They are working in that disgustingly tough.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's how it started.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
Brown. Nice and brown.
So look, they've this looks like it's fabbed rather than an off-the-shelf chassis.
It does. That'll teach me, won't it?
They lost that.
That's it. They've got a lovely selection of towels as well, haven't they?
They've
got that nice black towel, and then they had like a blue towel.
Lovely custom dash and everything. Yeah, this looks like it's been very thoroughly worked over. So yeah, this is pretty sweet. I like this.
Nice.
Let's go back to overall pictures.
That's a good one. That was our first one in this category, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Truck stroke off-road.
Oh, the bar is high.
So the next is
look at that.
Kamaka Pocock's 1967 Chevrolet C10.
C10.
I'll get all of the words out in the end, which we can see here.
That is sweet. Although you got headlights, what do you think?
I can live with those. It's the one. I can live with the ones that have two bits. But it's the ones that have like just one BDI. It doesn't sit with me. It's very strange.
That is a weird set of rules you've got there.
It's not a set of rules. It's just visually, I'm like, yeah, that's all right. It's not great. I'd rather have a different light.
I think,
but like the single projector lights really stick out to me.
I think one of the reasons that this works a little better is because we've got the twin lines of the grille that almost lead into sort of one projector each.
Maybe.
That's it. I think that's like, if that was a single projector, it might upset you, but because it doesn't follow the same lines. That's it's pretty smart, that.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
The exhaust at the side has been in the previous shot looks.
Oh, I missed that.
I'm trying to get to it. My screen sharing thing is working against me. The exhaust cut out here is really nice.
That saves going over the axle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
See, look, it's not.
That makes it different.
They're not as I think it's not a Mazda.
That is low.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ford line wheels by the looks of it.
Oh.
I think that's all of the
Wheelwood brakes. I've got that as well. Look, just from that one shot.
Let's have a quick look just in case. No, that's the next one.
Wow.
So let's go back to our overall picture here. What do we reckon? I mean, it's
that is smooth as.
It's just a nicely turned out truck.
Yeah, Super Slam C10.
I think
it's got a mini truck look to it. They don't always end up with that stance. You can end up with if it was one of the sort of big TV show customs, they'd probably look 24-inch wheels in it or something. So, like genuinely, they'd go massive on it and keep it, and even go that low still. And I think there's a deliberate choice to go with quite a lot of tuck and a lot of slam. I think it's definitely a sort of a mini truck. It wouldn't surprise me if the guy was building mini trucks in the 90s and the sort of
graduated
to build a C10. I don't want to say graduated because it makes it.
No, actually, that's a good
but
point. Yeah.
But yeah, he's just stayed in the truck world, like a guy who built a Beetle in the 90s and is now building a split screen camper.
Yeah.
That's.
I think what's interesting with this is that I took more notice of this than I would have done if it was at the show. And I think part of the reason for that is because when you're at big events, and it's not a SEMA thing, it's like often when you go to shows, like a C10 truck is quite a popular choice of custom.
Very much
and you
so.
see a lot of them. And this stands out because in isolation, it's incredible. Yeah. But when you see a lot of them, it's not that any of the others are necessarily as good as this. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I mean, this is, in the Battle of the Builders final. It's just because they're all incrementally different, and some are a bit better and some are. There's so many of them that they don't really jump out at you quite so much, I think. But yeah, this in isolation now, I'm like really appreciating quite a lot. And I like a truck as well, because everyone should like a truck. Talking of which, we now have a 1934 Ford pickup, which
look at that.
If I can get, it's part next to the other one.
It's on the mother's booth, isn't it?
There it is.
Oh, there you go.
We can get a better view.
That's long, isn't it?
Yeah, quick flick through these. There we go.
Gosh.
I wonder, I think it might have like a stretched, but I think it's like a 2-door body on what, and usually they'd have a shorter door on it.
Oh, okay.
And it's also got like a bit of a chassis kink in it.
Yeah, it's got a kink, and these are very far thrown forwards. Yeah. Like often on a rod, you'll have it thrown forward, but I think it's accentuated on this because it's got the kink, it's got the length anyway. And also it's got the bed. The bed's got a length because ordinarily, even on that 2-door we saw earlier, your back is there, whereas this just pulls. I think
it is. I think it's got a longer cab than it would have. Yeah, that's that looks like a flathead, but yeah, I think it's not a disguise something. I think it really is a flathead.
So on the other side, was that just a steering?
Yes,
box or whatever it is?
That is the steering linkage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Wow,
that's proper old school engineering. Yeah, you can just
look at that.
Comes out here and does his business at the front.
So much chrome.
It's a lot of chrome. This must make hell of a noise. I think it's going to make substantially more noise than the Kaido Racer. if I'm honest.
Not sure if that's that possible. I like the black steels on it as well, just the gloss black paint on it.
Black steels in the hour of chaos.
Any interior shots or anything like that?
I couldn't find any. Let me just check. I got this nice rear shot. Nice. So you can see a little bit of the rear suspension. So it's it's on coilovers. It's not leafed at the back. As far as I can tell, this is smooth. It usually has Ford pressed into this.
Okay.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It's actually a nice mix of modern and classic. Like those black steels are a proper sort of 50s look or 40s, 50s hot rod look, but it's a modern stance, but without being slammed on the floor or being a sort of a rat rod or anything. It's just it's a good mix of new and old without being too much of either.
Yeah.
Wondering if like some moon discs might, just some small stainless steel hubcaps. Just to make it pop a bit. Because the engine is so, your eyes go straight for the bay and for the chrome and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you
I think actually, you're right. A set of the trim rings and a set of center caps would carry that chrome through the car. Because it's got it's a cross ply look as well, so it is that sort of 40s look. Rather than you stick white walls on it, you're sort of going 50s, 60s. So
it's a bit more trad than the later customs.
But a chrome trim rim would carry that through really nice. Actually,
right. What are we going for? Who's picking what?
I'm going to go. I'm actually either going to go. I've ruled out the hot rod, and I think I'm going to go C10 because I quite like the fact that it's just slammed.
Nice.
I like the stance of it.
Jason's?
I'm also liking the C10.
Okay.
I just love the little exhaust cutout.
Yeah.
And the lines on it.
I'm going C10 as well. I think unanimous. And it's got 3 seats, so we're all good.
Oh, there you go.
So Kamaka, Pocock, you are a Retro Rides winner.
Yeah. Well done. Congratulations.
You've won nothing at all.
There's no prizes for you. Right, on to the young guns. And we are starting with Dayton Jacobson. Or Jacobson, depending on how much you want to pronounce all the letters in their name.
Jacobson, couldn't it?
It could be.
There you go.
This is an S2000 S10.
It's an S10, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
And this is his thing. And it's got a big old engine in it. So
look at the front.
It's got a slightly Pro Street look about it. It looks
interesting mix.
Looks like a bit of a drag truck.
Yeah, look how fat those rear tires are.
Yeah.
So got that going on for it, but it's also smooth, which is a little bit mini trucky. And the S10 they still class as a mini truck occasionally in the States, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it's not a
mini truck.
Yeah, it's not a full size, is it? I think it's
So it's got that going. So there's that nod, and as you say, this sort of slightly there's a lot of rubber at the back for what would be a mini truck, I guess. And then a
serious turbo lump.
Yes, there's one spoolie boy, and I don't actually know what the engine is. Someone can probably.
It is an engine, though.
It's got 8 of the Sparky boys, so I would say it's a V8 with a
spoolie boy Sparky thing.
Boy,
it's probably going to be an LS then, isn't it?
Let's face it. It's a V8 in an American built car. It's going to be an LS.
Well, it could be. If it was a Ford, I'd be going. It could be the
like the Coyote engine.
Yeah, the Coyote, but it's not a Ford. It's a Chevy. And
look, you can just see the inside of the.
See the tub.
Oh look, they're different size wheels at the rear on this one. So I wonder if he's got, maybe some.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh yeah, good point.
So maybe he does a bit of
showing,
dragging.
and a bit of dragging, and a bit of showing.
Yeah. That's a good spot. That is.
Yeah, like that. I like these extra cabs in any format. Don't know why they're cool. Completely impractical and ridiculous.
I agree with you.
You can't fit more people in there, but they're just
you
cool.
Put your tent there and stuff like that. Put your lunch.
Yeah. Does it have like a panoramic roof or something? Is that like a glass or something?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
He's an observant chap today, isn't he?
I'm on a 27-inch monitor, so I'm like, wow, everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think you might be right. I think that might be.
It's got some brakes as well. Look at that. I think it's quite the Sportsman. This one, and it's got no chrome on it. But I wonder if we need a bit more sort of that, like the black. We've got the grille and the bonnet vent. A bit more of that around the back. But maybe if you saw it from above, the bed probably covers that for you.
Yeah, it looks like it's got black in the bed, and then
it does. And like a quilty interior.
Yeah,
quilty.
Very cool.
Quilty.
Right.
That's nice.
Next up, we have Chelsea Lesnowski, which I think starts here.
Wow.
And that is 100% an RX-7.
Yeah.
What is
those
rear fenders?
Not 100%. This is I had a look at this one because I was intrigued. This is rear engined, isn't it?
It's mid-engined.
Mid-engined.
Right. Mid-engined. Which it wouldn't normally be.
No.
So I couldn't work out what it was because I looked through her Instagram.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of it, and it looks like it's like a V6 or something.
It is an Audi V6. It is a 2.7.
That's why it looks like a V6. Yeah.
It is a 2.7 Audi V6. So probably from the RS4. We can thank Dan for that piece of information because he helped dig that up. Yeah, twin turboed. It would probably be from an RS4, something like that.
Yeah.
B5 RS4. So it'll go nice. I thought when I was looking at it, I thought there was a lot of carbon in it, but I'm not actually sure how much there is. But there seems to be some. So there's custom body kit.
Wow. That looks like a Mad Max rear end.
It does. It's
just
wild.
it's just fat tires and
I did look through her Instagram, and she's very open about all the effort she put into it. It's really the build. It's a real good summary of what it takes to build a car for SEMA.
Gosh.
Yeah. They're on a short time scale, and this is her at Canadian Thanksgiving. So she went and had her Thanksgiving, and then went back to the shop to clean the guns.
Oh,
it's mad. It's a hell of a build, and she has form. She's done others, but yeah, this is
86 as well.
Yeah,
this is the initial render. So yeah, pretty sweet. But yeah, mid-engined.
That's crazy.
Controversial as well, right?
Well, take the rotary out of any rotary engine car, and you're going to upset someone.
Seems like it, because it looks like, especially that angle, looks like a drag car, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't really. I think it's obviously it's going to do something, but it's kind of a build because you can kind of car.
Yeah, it's like that street business.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to our next
one.
Going
to make some noises.
Now, Cole Martin,
with
the 91 Nissan Skyline, is the partner of Chelsea.
Yeah. They've got their business is the Throttle Thrasher's Garage.
The Throttle Thrasher's Garage. So
Throttle Thrasher's Garage. That's hard to say.
They've had quite the SEMA.
Thrashers.
Yeah.
So this is a 2JZ powered Nissan Skyline.
They like mixing it up then.
Yeah. Right? They should have put the rotary from the RX in that.
That would have been it. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Just do a bit of a swapsies.
That is a strange choice.
They like their rear.
It's not the only. They do like the wide body business. It's not the only 2JZ powered Skyline I've seen in the world, but that's how it started. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wow, it started with a bonnet on its roof. So that's a lot of work he's done to get the bonnet back on the front. Look at that! How awkward that would take me a month to get that bonnet.
Just to get that bonnet back.
I'd go and do it, and then the wind would blow, and it'd be on the roof of my house.
What I quite like is you can see where they're like, oh, we're going to put some vents here, and they can, at least on my screen, you can just about see where they're going to do it, and then next picture, there's your vents.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's proper meaty though. I like it.
It's got spiky wheel nuts.
It does have spiky wheel nuts.
In one of those pictures, it does. They've gone for the SEMA.
The SEMA spiky wheel nuts.
Yeah.
David, are you liking the headlights? Are they okay?
These are legit on this.
Okay, that's cool. Headlight watch.
I think between these two, they've probably made two of the cars that are going to most upset JDM purists.
Yeah.
Look how tiny the wing mirrors look now.
Yeah.
On that, it looks so small compared to everything else, which is
probably all you can see in them is the back arches. Are they still there? Yeah.
And everyone else, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Right. What do we reckon then? So we got Cole Martin, Chelsea Lesnowski, and Dayton Jacobson.
Difficult.
That is a weird choice.
It's the Young Guns. it's the Young Guns group.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to go because the two Japanese-based cars are kind of too personal, and I don't. They kind of sort of say, like, whereas you looked at that Sprite earlier and you're like, yeah, fun, and you looked at the Hot Rods and you think, yeah, cool, and you look at these, or you certainly look at the RX and the Skyline, and you go, I couldn't guess how they drive, or even how they're supposed to drive. Like, you look at it and you just think, do we just make lots of noise and go around, or is that going to be good on the track? And as such, I'm going for the S10.
Nice.
Because I think I might change the colour. Is that all right? Can I change the colour?
Well, it's yours now. So
I think I'd do it in a like a metallic grey.
Oh, interesting.
That would be so the black sort of contrasted, but didn't stand out quite as much.
I'd do the colour of my hoodie.
Wow. Actually, that would look quite smart.
Yeah.
Very mini trucky with a pink heartbeat graphic.
Yeah, boys. Jason, what are you going for?
Right, so I'm normally a JDM boy, but
yeah,
as Simon says, it is a personal thing, and I think they've they've got a lot going on. And for me, it's like, I'm kind of a purist in terms of shape and stuff, but I think the S10 is the most intriguing one. I think I'd probably go, I like the little touches of it, really. And it's just the front end of it. But then if I did have to choose between the two Jap cars, I'd go for the GTR, I think. Yeah.
Fair play. But, I think out of this category, I would actually go for the RX-7. I'm not. I get what you're saying, because like some of the, like all the holes here don't appeal to me, and actually some of the way this rear wing isn't my style, isn't my thing. But I'm very much liking the mid-engined Audi V6ness of it all.
Yeah, I like the
and you can wind those engines up to ludicrous brake horsepower if you want to go ridiculously fast, or just stick with the standard brake horsepower and go ridiculously fast in your literally mid-engined RX-7. So, and apparently it's really upsetting Mazda RX-7 fans. So that'll be even better.
Things. I reckon that you'd want to see that one in the flesh. I reckon in the flesh, because when you look at it there, especially with the lights on it, it's like there's bits and there's different shades of dark colors. You know what I mean? There's like gloss black wheels that you can't really see properly, and the brown, like you can't quite work out what you're looking at. And that's why I think that's why I'm erring away from it, is because I don't really understand it.
No, that's a fair comment.
And do you think if you heard them as well, do you think that would sway you or sway people as well?
I bet
it's possible.
Beastly noises.
All of these make some nice noises. All right, very quickly, because time is running short. Pick of all of them. Which one are you going for?
Oh, do the scrolling boy. That's scrolling. I'm going for that. I'm going for the Model A. That's mine.
Jason,
I think
you are allowed to do the same thing.
I think I'm going to go for that. Is it C10?
Oh, the C10.
C10.
Yeah,
nice. I think you look good in that, mate. I think that's pretty stylish.
I'm just going for it.
Oh, I see. I think I'm going for this. I'm actually torn between those two, but I think I'm going to go for the Model A. There you go, Model A man. I've always picked. Of course, I'm going to pick one I can't pronounce. Mark G.
Mark G.
Your Ford Model A is the retro ride pick by a democratic vote, which probably means nothing to you, but we like it. So,
winner.
What you gonna do? Winner. Chicken dinner.
Had my dinner. Had chicken in it as well.
Lovely. Jess, me too. All right, that's enough of this. We'll see you next time for a more traditional episode where Simon and I can be really negative about something. Like and or subscribe.
You could do both, and subscribe, but it was not a choice.
It's really easy to do.
You don't have a choice. You must like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Yeah, but not one or the other.
No.
Do it.